On to this now. The Gauteng government has been battling to conclude key projects in the province. One of the unfinished projects is the Khutsong South Clinic under the Merafong Municipality. The multimillion-rand construction of the facility began back in 2016 and was supposed to have been completed by 2018. However, the project was abandoned in 2020 due to financial difficulties faced by the contractor. Well, Newzroom Afrika's Ziniko Mhlaba is in Khutsong this morning, and this is where he is following up on this particular story. Ziniko, I'm sure many millions down the line, and that particular project still incomplete. What seems to be the problem?
Well, clearly, that's what we'll be trying to find out from the Portfolio Committee of Infrastructure and Property in the Gauteng legislature later on the day, as far as to what caused the delays in terms of getting this project completed, but also, most importantly, allowing community residents here to be able to access health services at their doorstep. Because geographically, this clinic is situated right at the heart of Khutsong, especially this particular extension. So if you're a resident of Khutsong and you're living in this particular area, which is extension 5, you will not need to take any local taxi to get to it, but it remains closed. As you can see behind me, as I'm going to step out of shot, my colleague is going to give you an overview of this facility. So from face value, you will see that the structures are complete, but the clinic is not functioning, and that's what we'll be trying to find out from the local activists here in terms of what is missing. Started to be constructed in 2016, as you said in your intro, but almost 7 years later, the clinic is not completed. People are not able to access it. So there have been some conversations I've been having with some health activists, but also some people who are aware, who are informed about this project. Remember that there was a contractor that was given the responsibility to build this facility, and they've built it to this point. And I do understand that over 50 million rands was allocated to so that this construction can be concluded, can be started and concluded. However, it was left unattended after several months without the work being completed. And I understand that about 30% of that budget had been spent on this facility, and you can see where that money went. So let's get a sense of what seems to be the problem, or what reasons were given to community activists in regards to why this facility was left the way it was, and what seems to be the problem, and if we know when this work will be concluded. I'm joined here by Mr. Tsepo. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. You've been living in this area. You've done a lot of work here as a health activist. Tell us what you understand to be the problem in regards to this facility and why it is still not functioning.
Thank you so much for having this opportunity to talk about this facility. As far as I know, back in 2015, when it started off, the clinic construction, and in 2016 it carried on, and the construction continued. As it continues, we started to engage the steering committee, which was then active. And what we got from the steering committee was that there are issues in the Department of Infrastructure Development where, resources are, facilitated and all the processes are made. So at times you'd find that there's no construction happening. You'll be told that there's no money that is allocated or contractors were not paid. We continue to pursue and push and then want to understand what is the issue. But then we were then referred to the Provincial Department of Infrastructure, where everything happens from the treasury, which is linked to the DID. So we went on carrying on, trying to find answers. But the problem here is that the clinic was supposed to have been opened around 2018, but it never happened. Around 2018, it was never what it is today. It was at half of, or maybe 15% of this structure in 2018. It's only in 2019 when we pushed harder with several activists in the community. It then started to see shape, the shape that we are seeing today.
Sorry to cut you, my brother. Talk to us about the services which now this delay is denying the people of this community, because as a health activist you'll understand that there are patients who need to take medication on a daily basis, and as a result they must struggle to access those health services. So from your understanding, what has been the impact of this delay on the actual lives of the residents, especially who would depend on this facility?
So we have several clinics. Before this area was started this settlement, there was a clinic in Khutsong Extension 3, which is about 7.5 kilometers from here. So most people who are residing here were from that area and the entire location, which is the Khutsong proper. And then you can understand that even to this day, there are files. They are still within that facility. They are still going to that facility, which then compels them to use money. A taxi, to take a taxi, a local taxi to that facility, and also the Khutsong South Clinic, which is situated in the police station, which is also about 4 km from here. So there's no way that people can access those facilities easily. As you know, understand there are social issues, which is our economy weight is, it doesn't sit well, because most people then will end up defaulting. And also when we engage those facilities that side, they will tell you that, we are having issues with people who are not coming during their appointment. These people cannot come because they will tell you that we don't have money to come. Okay. But if this facility was opened, I think those problems are going to be solved easily.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Let's pause it there for now. He's from the Treatment Action Campaign, giving us a sense of how this delay is having an impact on the lives of those who should be taking medication on a daily basis, but as a result saying that the next nearest clinic is about 7 kilometers away from here, and a lot of people would struggle then to be able to go on those health facilities due to financial constraints. So we'll continue talking to different voices here on the ground. We've arranged to also speak to the local councillor, and we have made communication with the portfolio committee that's responsible for oversight. They've agreed to give us their response later on in the day. So that's the latest from us, Koli, for now.
Ziniko, Mhlaba live for us there in Khutsong. Thank you very much for that update.